Hello and welcome to the Omnic Fallout. We are your hosts, Uniedge and Nymphadora. How are you doing today, Nymphadora?
I've had a rough week, but I'm good right now. I'm good. How are you?
Doing okay. I've also got a stressful kind of thing going on with here and there. But it's gonna be okay as soon as I get all the paperwork done.
Yep. Yep, yep.
This is a podcast about Overwatch and Blizzard and all games that we feel like talking about are relevant at the time. Today we're gonna be discussing Tracer first. Anything you wanted that you did this week that you want to bring up?
Um, well, I did the stream on Sunday night. I had the podcast for girl streamers, and then Sunday after that, I did the charity stream, which we were doing. It was for DFW K9s for veterans. So basically, we were raising money to help this organization get pets for veterans that suffer with PTSD. And they also give veterans rides and stuff to places that they need to go free of charge. They don't have to pay any of this. And these dogs take like I think they said $20,000 to train, and
Yeah.
it it's an amazing um, it's an amazing organization, and we hit $761. And I played
Nice.
Overwatch, and I'm really proud of it. We were on the front page. I'll have to send you the photo because someone sent me a screenshot of me on the front page. I was like, ah! So it was kind of cool. Had like 100 people in the channel while I was there, and yeah, it was we did from 8 o'clock in the morning until 3 o'clock in the morning my time. So
Yeah, those service dogs they're really expensive, and like I really hate the people that have those fake service dogs or like quote unquote comfort dogs that just want to bring their dog into buildings that they're not really allowed.
yeah,
Like you can tell when a dog's a service dog and when it's not a service dog. A service dog is not gonna come up to you or
no,
seek
because
attention or
exactly
bark.
because they're trained to stay with their owner. So
Yeah.
it's a really cool service, and it speaks close to my heart because my little brother is in the Air Force. So I jumped at the opportunity to help out because it just speaks to my heart, and I suffer with depression myself. You know, if you're a creative person, which I know you are, I'm sure you've had to deal with it at some
I
point in your life.
think everybody does.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's to varying degrees to whether to how you suffer to it.
Yeah.
It's something that plagues everybody, but it can be more intense in certain people. And I do agree that charity is awesome because like I've seen some pretty intense service dogs, and you like I was saying, you can always tell when it's a real service dog when, like, say you're at a restaurant and there's a service dog. Number one, if you notice that service dog, good on you, because normally it's going to be underneath the owner's legs until
Mhm.
the owner's ready to leave.
Mhm.
Like, I the one time I only ever noticed the service dog because like this lady had stood up and she like the dog just like stood up, went over to the side, and then sat right next to the booth waiting for her to get out. Like
Oh.
they snap to attention, and they're very highly trained, and you can always tell when one is. And when you see those fake vests and those little plastic cards that say this is a service dog, those aren't real service dogs. Those are fake service dogs. There's no card that says I have a service dog. Like that's
they
not real.
do they do have papers that they carry around.
They have papers. There's no plastic laminate.
Um,
Like there's a fake card that's been going around for a very long time,
yeah,
and it's been a very big issue with the service dog community,
yeah.
the people that need them, because there's these fake cards you can just buy online for $20 that say this is my service animal, blah blah blah. Like yeah,
We and they also, what's really cool about the organization is they rescue dogs. They go to shelters and rescue dogs that are about to be killed. They go to kill shelters.
hmm
And so it's just an all around really cool service because we have two rescues essentially. One of them is we rescued her from my cousin who
I
it was a it
know
was
how
a
that is.
yeah, it was a pit she's a pit mix, and so he would throw the dogs around trying to make them angry and trying to make them bad
Mm,
puppies, essentially, for obvious
fight
reasons.
dogs. Yeah.
Yeah, so we rescued one of them, and then the other one is a rescue from an actual shelter. So dogs speak to my heart. And
Yeah,
military stuff.
my friend has what is essentially going on a dog shelter in his house. Any dog that wanders up to his house, like, is his dog.
Oh my god, if we actually had a house, is probably what's gonna happen. Like cats, dogs, whatever. We have turtles, we have fish,
I got one cat, and that's enough. That's that is all I can handle with the craziness that he is. That yeah,
So what have
3 in
you
the
been
morning meowing at me.
what have you
Uh,
been up to this week?
Not a lot. A lot of college prep, getting ready for that whole endeavor. A lot of anxiety with that, but other than that, not much. Not much really at all. Just been playing games, getting ready for Legion. I have 6 level 100s working on my 7th and my 8th right now.
You are crazy.
And then
You're
I'm
so crazy.
130 in Overwatch now.
Nice. Nice.
And Sam's 119 now.
Nice. Jeez, man. I'm 100. I did finally hit 100. I
Nice,
think
good
I'm at
job.
106. So,
I just kind of lost the motivation to do the leveling. I've been just doing mainly custom games now, or anything to like the leveling in quick play right now is a little bit ridiculous. So I mainly do a little bit of competitive here and there, and then just custom games with whoever's there.
but the
Or
nice thing about customs now is that you do get some level with the customs.
yeah, but
Which
not
is kind
much.
of, yeah, it's not as much as you do going into quick play, but it's still kind of nice to be like, oh, I just got a new box for killing my best friend. Awesome.
Which, speaking of which, we're gonna go ahead and get into the Overwatch news. So out of nowhere, yesterday, absolutely there was no warning, no like any indications that anything of this nature was gonna happen. Just
uh,
Olympic drop, like Olympic Overwatch for no apparent reason. I guess it's like how League of Legends did the sponsorship with the Olympic community a long time ago. Maybe Blizzard is. I haven't really looked into it because I just now thought about that.
I've seen a lot of really bad flack about the skins, but I think they're cool. I think it's a cool little thing that
Some of them
Blizzard's
are a
doing.
little like, but like I'm not a real big fan of the Zarya one. Like it just looks like a reskin, a recolor, in a way, in certain ways. Like, but other
Isn't
than
it like all red or something like that?
all red and all white, there's 2 of them.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, it's
Zarya's, eh.
whatever. Like I'm glad it happened. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like it was like, very interesting that it happened. If you're gonna get any of these skins, these sprays, voice lines, etc., they're limited time only. They're gonna be available only in August. I think it was August 2nd to August 29th, I want to say.
I don't even remember the dates anymore. I just
But
know that it's only for this month,
yeah,
yeah, so you need to get in, level up to get your stuff, because it's only available
or buy
through
loot box.
through loot boxes,
Yeah,
and
you can't buy with.
when you're in game, you get to choose between your loot boxes, whether you want a regular loot box or the Olympic specialty loot box right now.
No, it just drops Olympic ones
Uh,
unless they changed it.
I think it's when you're buying you can choose.
No, even with buying, because I bought some yesterday too. You only get the Olympic ones.
Oh, really? Okay,
So all
because
loot crates are Olympic because you can get the loot crates drop both Olympic stuff and normal stuff.
okay,
They
I thought I read that it was a you could choose. Okay,
no, you can't choose. It's just straight normal or I mean straight Olympic ones. So you're guaranteed. I think you're guaranteed. I'm not sure. It sure seems like it. If it's not, that you're only guaranteed one. You're guaranteed one Olympic item at least per box.
oh that's
And
okay. Okay,
yeah, so
and
but they're
is it
essentially
just
normal.
uh was it just skins? August 22nd is the date that they
No,
in?
it's got skins, it's got voice lines, it's got sprays, it's got 100 items, like 100 various items, like poses, heroic poses,
Okay,
highlight intros,
that's what I
emotes.
thought. That's what I thought. Yeah, I think it's cool. I think it's cool that they are integrating like what's actually happening in the world.
Hmm.
I mean, and it's the Olympics. It's the Olympics they're a big deal. I mean, they're just neat. So
Yeah, and then we got Lucio Ball, which is really cool. It's the new brawl.
I
It's
haven't
it's
played that
fun.
yet. I have
It's
not.
fun, but it's a little like it takes a little bit to get to. There was a glitch that was really funny where certain people were able to pick McCree for some reason. So like there's a bunch of screenshots out there of just McCree in the middle of it and then just a bunch of dead Lucios.
Oh God, that's awful.
So it was really funny that but
That's cool. It looks like it's kind of like Rocket League. So, if you play Rocket League, you should probably be pretty good at Lucio Ball.
it's a little interesting. In case you don't know how to play it, if you're first going into it, the yellow spots on the ground that are glowing and pulsing upward, those are jump pads. The walls, if you skate on them, depending on the arrow that is pointing, it'll either be a speed up or a speed down. So you can skate on the walls and it'll speed you up to get across the map faster.
Nice.
Uh, your left click is switched to your melee. So every time you left click, you're meleeing, and your right click is still your
Knockback.
pushback.
Nice. And the speed boost is only for you, right? It's not for your whole team. Like it's
Yeah,
just
speed boost is only for you.
yeah. That's
Oh
not.
wait, yeah, yeah.
That's cool. I'm gonna have to get
And
in and play it before it goes
there's no
away.
healing wave or anything like that. It's just your speed boost is always on,
Yeah.
and you can't press E. Like,
Well, I mean, you don't need it.
and then the other thing about it, I was trying to remember, but my train of thought's gone.
My bad.
No, it's fine. The ult pulls the ball to you. If you ult the ball, it pulls the ball to you.
Oh, that's interesting.
So
Okay, I'm definitely gonna have to get in there and see what it does.
yeah, it's very weird and like it's fun for a couple times to go through it.
Well, I mean,
I
all the
still
brawls, honestly, they're kind of fun for a little bit, and then you're done.
I still wish that Blizzard would implement the same rules that they did with Hearthstone and give you a loot crate every time you do it,
Same.
like
Mm,
for every week. I mean, it's not too much to ask for a
Hint,
loot crate, free loot
hint,
crate every week.
hint, Blizzard. Hint, hint, wink, wink. More people will probably do the brawls. I would
Yeah.
totally do more brawls if you had a chance to get a loot
No,
crate.
I mean like the first one every week you get a loot crate. That'd be nice.
I would totally do I don't think I've done a brawl since they had the Hanzo since it was the brothers where it was either
Yeah.
Hanzo or Genji.
Super Hamada Brothers.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
yeah. I haven't done a brawl since that one because I
Yeah.
just
Yeah, that was just kind of like I'd much rather play quick play.
eh.
Uh, McCree and all that, their changes finally went to consoles. Looks like, well, the McCree changes anyway. I don't think the other changes went or were implemented to
the
console. The Diva one,
the
was it?
few Ana adjustments went to console,
Oh, okay.
and
Did the Diva
so
changes go to?
I didn't see it didn't say Diva. So did she not go in last week for console?
I
Last
think
week
she
was
did.
yeah.
I'm not sure.
I thought Diva went out on console the same time as PC. I could be wrong. I should probably know better, but sorry. It's been a crazy week this week. I'm sorry.
I'm not the console. I don't play Overwatch on console, and neither of us do.
Um,
So it's kind of. I think they did go out though, if I remember right. Yeah, they went out.
um,
Um,
competitive play. There's been a change for competitive play, and that's across the whole board. If you leave competitive play before the game is ended, you now have a 10-minute timer, meaning you cannot requeue for 10 minutes. And I
yeah,
like that. Thank you for
yeah.
doing that because that
The
it's like the debuff on like dungeons. If you leave a dungeon
and we're out. Yeah.
within the first like 20 seconds or something like that.
No, at all before the first boss.
Okay, yeah, before the first boss, you get a debuff and you can't re-queue for a dungeon for 30 minutes, which
Which is
you
really like this makes me kind of worried in a sense because like especially with the subject we're about to talk about in a minute, there's been like rampant issues. Like if you disconnect, then like does that mean you're going to get the 10-minute debuff after you disconnect and reconnect? That all of a sudden you're not going to be able to connect again for 10 more minutes?
I noticed the other day I got disconnected, and when I came back in, it did the heroes thing, and it queued me back. It put me back into the game I was in
Hmm.
because it was such a quick. Uh, so I think they give you a few, like a minute, or well, I wouldn't say minute. 60 seconds is long, but I think they give you a little bit of time to in order to get back into that game
Hmm.
if you disconnect like that. Um,
But all in all, I do think this was a good change.
I
I
agree.
like it.
Because I can't tell you how many competitive matches I've gone into and people have just left because we were losing. And it's like, come on, just stick with it. A lot of times you pull it out in the end.
Or we're not even losing. We're like, kind of like middle of the way. It's like an even, non-even battle, and they're like, screw this. You're like,
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
it's
okay,
like God. So yeah,
okay.
I am okay with the even with all of the DDoS attacks. I'm okay with this because eventually those attacks will die down because they'll get bored.
Yeah,
Um,
in case y'all didn't notice yesterday, which I'm sure you did notice if you played it all yesterday, there were a couple major DDoS attacks that happened successively, and it kind of took the servers down for I think 30 minutes to an hour, and then
yeah, on with certain games. Yeah, I
all the
know.
games down.
Well, I know that some people were able to get into WoW sooner than they were able to get into Overwatch
Yeah,
last
because
night.
WoW's infrastructure is not fully integrated with Battle.net yet. Any game that was like fully integrated with Battle.net, where their login servers and everything are determined on Battle.net, then yeah, it kind of kicks you out and keeps you out.
Yeah, the the
Like
and
Hearthstone, you
another
can't play Hearthstone if
yeah
Battle.net's.
another one happened like right before we started up too.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
know if that's still going on or not. I think it is. Yeah, it still says they're having on. We don't know if this is a DDoS attack though. They haven't come out and said if there's a DDoS attack, but it might be. It most likely is. But right now they're having problem with their authentication servers. But
awesome.
it doesn't look like a DDoS attack because I'm not getting kicked out of Battle.net. Usually, if it's a DDoS attack, then
Yeah,
you're immediately kicked out because of the overflow.
yeah. Well, yay! Way to go, guys! Way to make it
Yeah.
unfun for everybody. Such stupid crap.
Speaking
Uh,
of unfun people,
yeah, I know.
oh,
This
this was hilarious. This is what I woke up to yesterday morning. First was from you telling me about the Olympic thing, and then I woke up to my best friend, texting me and sending me a link to Tumblr, or not, or no, Imager. I'm sorry. Showing all the people that were on like 4chan and 3chan and like all the Reddit and everything, complaining about getting banned on on Overwatch. It was so hilarious. Like, and it
That's
was a
amazing.
massive post. Like, I didn't even get through half of it. It was so long.
They banned a bunch of people yesterday for
Yeah.
this.
And they were
This
blaming Blizzard. Like, come on, man, I used it once. It's like, yeah, you used it once. What do you
that's
breached the terms of service? Would you expect to happen?
yeah. That's all you need. Just it only takes once. It only takes once.
And by the way, in case you didn't know this is an IP ban. This is not a game code ban. So that means that even if you activate another code on the same computer on the same network, you're still gonna get banned, and that code is just gonna be bad.
Yeah, like they are not playing around. They are not playing around with this. And I notice it comes in big waves like this. So you can probably you can play for a month or so, but then they're going to have everybody banned again.
Someone is
So,
complaining about losing a 300 level account.
uh, no, jeez.
I mean,
Wow. Just
if I had a
yeah.
300 level account, I would definitely not be using botted, but they probably They probably use the hacks just to get to that point. So
I actually saw a 300 level account about uh, a month after it came out,
which was like
and
best.
no, it was a couple weeks ago. So yeah. Anyway, the guy was like 340, and I'm like, what the hell? How the heck does this guy? How the heck is he this high already? So it may have been that guy. Who knows? It
Nah, there's a
was.
lot of people that are in the 300, 400 range now. I've got someone on my friends list that's 280 right now.
Oh my God! People get a life. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You people
But
are but we're not talking to people like you because you're way better than I am. If you're at level 400,
I'm
because
definitely gonna start playing a lot more in the coming weeks so I can get a lot of those Olympic crates. It's just right now I have like obligations to WoW usually, and I spend at least a month prepping for the next expansion. So that's what I'm doing right now.
you
And right
know
now I'm in my break phase from the prep, like because it's getting really close, and I burnt myself out by leveling 5 100s in the past 2 3 weeks.
yeah, which is crazy, but also impressive. Can't lie, I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
Yeah, got a let's see, I got a shaman, I got a warlock, I got a warrior, I got a paladin, I got a hunter, and a priest. So
Nice.
all those are it. And then I've got a rogue that's like level 98.
I have two rogues, one's alliance, one's horde, and a monk. And I've only dealt with the rogues, so I'm raid ready for Legion. I don't prep like that for the
You're not
expansion.
raid ready, but you're ready.
Well, you know what I mean. Like I'm ready to get into Legion and like level that character and get her raid ready. And then after that is when I'll go back to dealing with the other characters. So I'm good. I'm good. The next month, like my
Well,
character is ready.
the
I'm not
big
gonna
push for
worry.
me was because of the weapons.
That's true. Yeah.
That's the big push for me because I want to experience all of them. So it's gonna like, and I don't want to read about all of them. I want to experience most of them. So I've just been doing my best to get everything up.
Um.
And this is the first max level warlock I've had. This is the first max level paladin I've ever had. Like,
Nice. Nice. So the speaking of WoW, the podcast, the Tomb of Sargeras, they've had
Sargeras.
Sargeras, whatever. Sargeras,
Nerds
Sargeras.
care.
I'm sorry. I say it how I read it. So all three of them have come out already.
Yeah,
Like
three of them. The third one dropped earlier today, and they are all amazing.
I have not heard them yet, but I will probably hear them within the next couple of days.
I'm
And
not gonna
possibly a
lie, it
fourth.
takes about it takes about 10 minutes to get used to his voice, but then like once you do, it's really good.
Awesome. Awesome. I wonder who did the voice. Do we know who did the voice work?
Yeah, it's give me a sec.
Is it the same guy who's done it before? Hmm. No, I don't think Sargeras has had a voiceover yet in the game.
No, he hasn't. Well, he has actually. I lie. He has had a voiceover, but it's not him. It is. It. Go ahead and fill this in while I'm looking this up real quick.
uh, Legion extended preview trailer has come out to kind of show off more of the Legion universe. They show, if you didn't watch the video, they show more of the worlds and the different. I'm drawing a blank at the new land.
Broken Shores.
Yeah, thank you, Broken Shores or Broken Isles.
Broken
They show off more of that. They show off more of the demon hunters, which are really cool. I'm kind of excited for a demon hunter because I mean it's melee, which I play melee anyway. But
Yeah, I am too.
man, their weapons are cool as shit.
Not gonna lie, I'm also excited about the professions. Like the profession changes are pretty cool. I do like the like how it's clean looking now, and they have ranks for it and everything, and it looks nice. And it's Tuma Sargeras is narrated by Stephen Pacey. He has like a really high pitched Britishy sounding voice, but like it takes a good minute to get used to. But it's still a really good story, and they have a lot of good sound effects into it. So if
Nice.
you want if you like lore, then Tuma Sargeras is definitely worth listening to. I have no idea how long this is gonna be, but it's shaping up so far to be an entire audiobook, and all power to them. I like it.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
And it's written by Robert Brooks, by the way, as well.
Nice. So, Destiny crossover is going to happen in Legion, apparently. I know nothing about the Destiny games. I don't play them, but from what I was reading,
There's a character named Zur, and he is the vendor for strange coins, which is something you get in game. I played Destiny for a little bit when it first came out, and
gotcha.
then I lost interest.
A good bit of people have had that issue with Destiny. But then I know a lot of girls that are still playing it. Oh, the light's reflecting. It's hard to see.
Yeah, Destiny, whatever.
Yeah.
Y'all get it.
But I mean, Destiny is a game from Activision, so it's.
It is very Blizzard-like in its loot system and its character progression in a way.
Okay.
At least it was when it first launched. It has gone through several iterations and changes, and I am not up to date, and I was not willing to invest the $180 worth of DLC and game expansions that have come out so far in it, and it's
Holy
only
crap.
3 years old? No, I'm good.
Jeez. Wow, okay. And so people that play Destiny are definitely devoted to that game. It's a pretty game. I've seen it streamed. It's a beautiful game. But
It is, but it's not.
Okay, I'll stick with WoW.
Yeah, it's a pseudo. I would call it's not an MMO like some people want to call it. I would call it a pseudo MMO in a sense.
Yeah.
Like you'll run into random people in the wild, but
for the most part, you're doing stuff with yourself.
Yeah.
You're doing stuff by yourself.
Yeah, for the most part.
So Demon Hunters finally are coming out next week.
Yes.
And I believe isn't the actual frickin' invasion starting at the same time that they come out?
They're gonna start rolling out the launch event on the 9th.
I'm so ready for this.
I am too, and I can't wait. I'm a little anxious about it because I'm starting school 2 days before Legion drops.
That's dangerous. That's very, very dangerous.
Hopefully, I'll have a job by then because I'm still kind of in between jobs right now. But we'll see. We'll see. We got a lot going on.
Go work at the school bookstore, and then you can play WoW while you're at the bookstore.
I don't live near my.
Oh, that's right. You're doing it online. That's right.
Yeah, that's in Florida. I'm not going to Florida.
Darn. Oh well. So tomorrow.
And I need a little bit more than minimum wage to pay my bills.
Yeah.
I got car note, car insurance, rent. Got a lot going on.
Oh man. So Harbingers. Why can't I say that word?
Words are hard.
I can word me. The animated series is beautiful. Like, I love it so much.
I cannot wait till we're getting it tomorrow. We're getting the last chapter of Harbingers, which is the story of the Illidari. So we're basically going to find out essentially what happened to them between when they left Black Temple and when they came back to Black Temple, and how they got caught, and the betrayal, and all that good stuff.
And you saw the one last week, right? It came out like the day after we talked about it.
Oh yeah, the one with Khadgar?
Yes.
So it was very interesting. I do love we talked about it, I thought.
We did. You were like, Dalaran's gonna be on fire, and I'm like, no, what are you talking about? And then it comes out, and I was like, oh, he was right. Damn.
Well, it wasn't a vision. It wasn't real yet. But yeah, like it was basically one of the demons was trying to, or one of the what are they called? I am so lost on my lure right now. One of the demons tried to convince Khadgar that he was Medivh and convince him to take the power of a guardian, but wasn't the power of guardian, it was the power of the Legion. But
Right. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
a guardian can't exist anymore because nobody was there to pass on uh, the power of the guardian after Medivh died. Yeah. But it was one of those. And anyway, one of the Eridar is who it was, but I can't remember which one. Anyway, that's beside the point. It was a
It
good
was good.
story.
Yeah.
Uh, and it just showed him. I still don't trust Khadgar. I'm still skeptical on Khadgar because his character changed quite a bit quickly.
Yeah.
And then there's that whole fact that a warden got corrupted in his presence, so that's a little weird.
But you know.
Cordara,
Oh. Hmm.
Kadara, yeah.
Hmm.
But anyway, moving on.
So yeah, that's gonna happen tomorrow, and so there's only 3,
Yeah.
which makes me sad because I think they do a really good job with those. But
Oh, they do, and hopefully we'll get more later on. Like maybe before they do a big patch, it'd be nice to get 1 or 2.
yeah,
We'll have to see though. It'll be cool. But anyway, we're not endorsed by Loot Crate by any way. We're not being paid by Loot Crate or anything like that. But if we know that you guys are Blizzard fans and Warcraft collectors as well as Overwatch and good stuff like that. Next month's theme is anti-hero, and there's going to be a Warcraft collectible in it. And if you've never played World of Warcraft before and you are interested, if you do get this month's Loot Crate, you do get a free account to World of Warcraft with a free month of gameplays. Like this is all the way up to Warlords of Draenor. So the only thing you're not getting is Legion.
you know,
And
they are really trying to push to get more people into the game, which I think is a really cool way to do it by doing stuff like this. But I do find that interesting because that's like the free game account you get like from the movie, from going to the movie. So
and if you do want it, there's the code all cap Blizzards. Blizzard. For you get $3 off of a new Lead Crate subscription. So if you want to try that, that's what they're pushing right now.
that's kind of cool.
And they've done Overwatch stuff. Like I've got a Overwatch collectible over here that's Tracer in her black and green suit, which was only available through Loot Crate, pop vinyl. So they do that as well. So like, I mean, just keep your eye out if you see Overwatch on the list for collectibles. It's definitely worth getting because 9 times out of 10 it's going to be a pop vinyl that is limited edition to Loot Crate only, and it's a different skin of Tracer.
Oh my god, those pop vinyls! I'm so addicted. I got my 4th one, and it's not WoW, it's Star Wars.
Yeah,
but it's been oh nice. So that's cool. That's really cool. I like Loot Crate. We are sponsored by Loot Crate over at Girl Streamers.
Oh.
So, kind of sort of sponsored by association. Thanks, guys. You're awesome. So that's it for WoW. Heroes. There's a new hero that's going to hit the PTR soon for Heroes of the Storm. And she's Ariel from Diablo. I'm not a Diablo player, but apparently...
She's a female angel.
Yes. And she's going to res dead heroes. That's going to be her ult.
Which is really cool. I've always liked the angels and everything to that nature. And she looks really cool.
Yeah, she looks cool. She's only going to be able to... She's not going to be able to do like a mass res. It's just going to be 1 hero at a time.
Mm-hmm.
But that'll be kind of nice in that game because sometimes, like, towards the end of the game, this respawn is just so long.
Yeah, it is. Hearthstone news. We got the Tavern Brawl Storming Stormwind, which has some interesting feedback going on. What did you have to say about it? If you've, I don't know if you played it or not.
I haven't played it. I've watched a little bit of the play. It's supposed to. It seems to be like a boss fight, which
Hmm.
I find interesting how they
They've done a lot
implemented
of
that.
boss fights with.
Yeah. So it's I've just the feedback that I'm seeing from the new Tavern Brawl. Everyone that I follow that actually plays Hearthstone, everyone that I know that plays Hearthstone, they're like, this is weird. So I just found it interesting. That's the feedback. So check it out. Tell us what you think, because I'm intrigued. I
And the
don't play
first,
Hearthstone, so.
yeah, and the first wing of Karazhan is open. One night in Karazhan, the Disco Karazhan fun time. So if you're into Hearthstone, go ahead and check that out. It's the first wing's available now. Second wing next week apparently.
Ah, 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 staying alive, staying alive. I just find that weird. Medivh is throwing a disco party. Whatever. I mean,
It's
it's
been broed, but
funny.
I mean it's been broed.
it's
What do you expect from Ben Broden?
it's funny. The little like cartoon theatrical trailer or trailer, not theatrical trailer. The little trailer that came out was really really dorky and really really cute. So, I mean, it's fun. It'll be something silly. So that's cool.
Hmm.
So yeah, have fun with that for you Hearthstone people. But now on to Tracer. That is our character of the game
The
of the
f-
game.
the fastest, speediest little character around. She's annoying, but she's also fun to play.
You people that can play Tracer, good. Shake fist. Oh my gosh.
It's a very interesting character. She's also like the character that most people know who she is, even if they haven't played the game, because she's like it or not, she's mostly the like character of Overwatch. Everyone's seen her. She was in the first trailer. She was in the second trailer. She's in almost every trailer.
Yeah, she's essentially the face of Overwatch.
In a
Uh,
way,
I mean,
like it or
her
not.
and Winston are essentially the faces of Overwatch. So, cheers, love. The cavalry's here.
She has the unique ability to annoy all of the British community.
Yes. So
Buddy I spoke to that's British just is like we don't sound like that.
none of us sound like that. Nope, nope. Well, I've heard some pretty bad American accents in my day too. So, pew
That'll
pew. I'm just kidding.
teach you. That'll teach you for giving all the American rules to British. Looking at you, Cumberbatch.
Oh, but he's so good. I love him. I'm a cumberbitch. Okay, I'm sorry. All right. Anyway, back to Overwatch. So, basically, she doesn't really have anything to do damage with other than her guns and then her ult, and that's it. Like, she doesn't have her. She's got the blink, which I'll go back to it, and then the recall, and then that's it. Like, she is meant to be a fast flanker. She's meant to zip around the thing and to do damage and then run away, and then come back and do more damage and then run away. So she is not meant to be like someone who stands there and pow 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 pow, like Reaper or somebody like that. She is meant to. Well, I mean, she is like Reaper in the way that she's meant to flank, but like her ammo only does like 40 damage.
It does 1.5 to 6 damage per round that hits.
Yeah. So I mean, you're not really gonna die from her because she has to.
Well, she is very strong, like in a sense, because she shoots 40 rounds per second. So if you can get a 1 second burst off, you're firing all of your ammo into that back, and then you blink, and then you fire again, then you blink, and then you fire again. So you can eat people away, but she's not meant to be your tank killer and all
Right.
that.
You said you hit it on the nail when you said she's meant to eat people away. Like that's what she's meant to do. She is supposed to carve out the chunks at a time, which she is very good at. I'm looking
Mhm.
at you, Jules. Uh,
And she can get headshots too. That's a good thing to keep in mind as well. Even
yeah.
though just like any aimed gun you can get a headshot with, but
Uh,
she does have that. So it
we should have had Jules come on here because she is like really, really good at Tracer. It is stupid how good she is at Tracer. Uh, but yeah, she's a fun character, but you have to really have awareness when playing her because it is really easy to blink into stuff and blink off of maps and not see where, like, you have to have really good awareness, and I'm not good at
spatial
that.
awareness is key.
It really is. It really is with playing her, and I am
But honestly,
terrible.
with every character, spatial awareness is key. Like it's the amount of times you can die from being snagged on a light pole.
She just gets there faster.
Yeah.
I one of the things her recall ability, in my opinion, is a little OP because she has the opportunity. She goes back in time, but she heals up when she goes back in time, essentially.
Yeah.
And to me, that is OP because when you almost have her down and then she recalls and she heals back fully, that's too much. She should have died. So I think her recall shouldn't be max health. It should be maybe 75%.
I don't know. It's like it's a very shady line because and it's not necessarily max health. It's the health that she was at 1.25 seconds ago. So if she was at like 25% 1.25 seconds ago, when she
It's 3
rewinds,
seconds. It's 3 seconds.
30 seconds? I thought it was 1.25.
Yeah, it's her. The duration of it is 1.25 seconds.
Oh, okay.
But she goes back to the state she was in 3 seconds ago. So if you
Yeah.
didn't damage her until like 2 seconds before she recalls, she's gonna go back up to full health.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to kill her when she recalls as soon as you start hitting her,
Hmm.
which can it's a little frustrating. It's just a little frustrating
Yeah.
when you have like that little sliver and you're like, ah, fuck. But
Yeah. But she also goes down to like two Junkrat bombs, like bang bang, dead.
yeah, she does only have 150 health points. Her health is not. She's pretty squishy.
The amount of times I've killed a tracer with Hanzo, like when they blinked up to me to kill me, and I just like headshot.
I love trapping her with Junkrat and then killing her. It's amazing because she likes to run around Junkrat, and then you just drop your trap, and she gets caught in it because they don't really pay attention. It's awesome.
My favorite is to catch the Reinhardt with the trap.
Oh, that's so great too, especially when he's in the middle of charging you,
Yeah,
and then he
that's the
gets.
only time. It's amazing. But anyway, uh,
So her ultimate
Tracer.
is her. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna go. You go ahead.
I was just gonna say her ultimate is a pulse bomb, and it does 400 damage. So it,
3 meters. Yes.
yeah, so it can like it'll take you out if you're under 400s, and it'll carve a huge chunk out of you if you are a tank.
Okay.
The thing about her pulse bomb is, it's a sticky bomb,
Hmm.
so you can stick it onto people, and sometimes you'll only kill one person with it.
Keep in mind, if you're new to playing Tracer, though, that it does travel a little bit, but it does have a severe drop off. So it maybe travels 4 to 5 meters, maybe, like before it hits the ground if you launch it at somebody.
Yeah.
But like, you keep that in mind. You don't have to be on them to stick them with it, but you still have to be close. So.
And you will get you'll kill yourself with the pulse bomb.
Hmm.
It's like before Diva's change, with when Diva would do the nuke.
Self destruct. Yeah.
Yeah. So you will kill yourself with the pulse bomb. Which with the diva change, I'm thinking they'll probably change that with pulse bomb.
I don't see that changing because she has a lot of maneuverability and ability to get out. It's not like with the problem with Diva was is when she would come out of her Automech form, she had no mobility,
That's
so it
true.
was really hard to get out. But she has all the mobility, and it's only a 3 meter range, so there's
If
no
you pop in
excuse.
there and then like recall, you're good. You're not gonna get hit.
Or just blink.
Or blink, because you can go. A lot of people don't realize you can run backwards and blink.
Yeah, or
So
sideways.
yeah, or sideways. You don't have to be running forward to blink. Your
It's
blink,
whatever direction your AWSD is in.
exactly. So that is like that's one of the biggest advantages she has to people when you're playing her, because of the fact that you can literally blink in any direction depending on which key you're hitting,
Mhm.
essentially for your movement. So you can dodge so much because of that.
And you can fake people out too, because if you're going up against someone that is knows what you're doing, that knows that, you can be going full left, and then at the very last second press right, then blink, and they won't notice that you didn't blink to the left. Like you can fake them out pretty easy, or go towards them and behind them. Like all kinds of crazy stuff to that nature. It's really hard to confuse. I mean, really easy to confuse people with that.
Yeah, I get confused all the time. Like, I hate playing against Tracer because I'm horrible at playing against Tracers. It doesn't matter who I'm playing, unless I'm Roadhog and I can hook her, and then like my life is amazing because she goes down quickly with that hook.
Or
It's
just Junkrat and throw your mine, and if she's even half health, she's dead.
oh yeah.
Or one bomb that she always seems to find her. Yeah.
I mean, she is a fun character to play. She really is a fun character to play, but she's also a very hard character to play.
Easy to play, hard to master is the way I like to put it. Easy to play, hard to master. That's most characters in Overwatch, honestly.
Uh, yeah, I mean, yeah, because she's straightforward with what she has,
Hmm.
because she only has like essentially two things that does damage. But yeah, okay, I'll agree with you on that. To play her well, it's hard.
Yeah. It's interesting. Her maneuverability, the just the ways it can be used. You can use it to, for instance, if you have the Lucio boost, I've seen people do it to where they can uh teleport all the way around Volskaya, like on the outside, and flank without anybody noticing from the outside. Like I've seen people do that. I've seen Diva do that, of course, because Diva can do that really easily if she has Lucio's boost. There's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of glitches, not glitches as a harsh to put it. A lot of maneuverability options that you can use with her.
Yeah. I've seen people do that with Farah as well because you could go
Hmm.
around like that. So yeah, she's definitely her and Lucio. I think are two of some of the best maneuverable people. Her, Lucio, and Farah, I think, have the best
And Diva
maneuverability.
to this extent.
Um, yeah, because
And
her,
Winston. There's a lot of mobility. This game's moving.
um, I do think she is the best at it because her blink, you get 3 charges for the blink, and it's 3 seconds per charge.
Hmm.
So you can essentially, if you time it right, you can be
Blink every second.
blinking for forever.
Yeah.
So, uh, yeah, because with Lucio, he has a 10-second boost or a 10-second cooldown for the boost for the speed boost. So, um, yeah, so I think she's one of the best mobile characters in the game. So she is really good at flanking. Like that's what most people use her for, is to just
Hmm.
go in there, do damage, run out, do more damage until the team gets there, and then the team can come in and just take everybody out.
She's a planker. Yeah.
Definitely. Her
Uh,
she is a good counter against slow characters, namely Ana, because Ana is an old lady. She has no mobility, guys. She is, yeah, poor Ana. She is.
Anyway, going on to the lore about her real quick. Her name's Lena Oxton. She is the youngest person that was ever introduced into Overwatch. Overwatch's experimental program, flight program, that is.
Mhm.
Uh, she just skipping a little bit of the lore. She was basically using this teleporting flyer called the Slipstream, and she got an accident in a sense, a malfunction with the slipstream that made her suffer from something they came up with called chronal disassociation, where she would vanish for days at a time and then reappear, or minutes at a time and reappear. Time was fluid for her, and she wasn't able to stabilize. She wasn't able to touch anything in our world or anything. Like, she just kept fading in and out, and it was actually Winston that saved her and that was able to basically stabilize her and bring her back. So that's the lore behind the thing that's on her chest and back. It's a chronal accelerator that is capable of keeping her anchored to the present time. And
Which is why she can blink in and out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I completely went into my spiel and forgot to do the lore. My bad.
It's fine.
I was just so excited to talk about her because it's actually a character I kind of know. Yeah, that's why her and Winston are so close, and why, like, in game they talk because of that.
Yeah.
Because he
They've
saved her.
she probably has the most on-screen time with cinematics out of everybody. She was in the Recall. She was in Alive. She was in Day at the Museum. Like,
Yep.
yeah,
Her video is the crap. It's Recall, isn't it? Isn't it actually called Recall?
it's Alive.
Alive.
She Most of her stuff is in Alive, where she confronts Widowmaker and fights with her.
That's right. Winston's was called Recall. Sorry.
Yeah, she was in there briefly, where she's like, basically was like, "Is that you, Winston?"
Yeah.
And then Day at the Museum was another one where she was mainly in, and that was also where we all first saw Overwatch. She was the first like actual character that we saw. It was her.
Oh yeah, with the kids and stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
The
yeah. I think because you with the video with Alive, it's the lore between her and it's kind of gives you a little bit of background between her and Widowmaker.
Yeah. Well, it's that, and it's also the story was mainly revolving around Widowmaker herself, and
That's true.
but it really didn't really tell much about her lore. Really, it just said that when she was younger, that they taught her that spiders had no emotion, but etc. or heartbeat rather,
Oh
or
yeah.
something to that nature. And yeah, a long spiel about that.
Yeah, there's no specific video devoted solely to Tracer like the one with Winston.
Yeah, or the one specifically about Widowmaker, or yeah,
Yeah,
or any comic or anything of that nature. But she is brought up in the comics
everywhere.
and stuff. Yeah,
She's literally everywhere.
not
Uh,
literally everywhere, but in most places.
she is kind of the face of Overwatch. Um, but she's a fun character. I think that's why a lot of people like her. And she's the one that came from Project Titan, right? She's the one inspired by a character.
Thought of her, yeah, came from Project Titan. The thing that Blizzard wishes they could bury deep.
Yeah. I don't even have any clue what it was supposed to be, but it's
It
always
was
going to be there.
supposed to be a futuristic MMO that it was supposed to be really weird.
No.
The problem was they couldn't, like, normally, like, anything. Their credo is if they can't find the fun in it, then they're not going to keep it around. So that's basically what happened with it.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, you got a cool character that inspired a really fun game out of it. So I think that's cool. I think that's, you got to make mistakes to get to the good stuff. So
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that's pretty much her lore. Uh,
Hmm.
she's got about as much lore as everybody else. Like, there's no real.
She's got a little bit more. We know a lot more about her past, her present, and everything than anybody else. We know why she is what she is. We know what happened to her. We know who saved her. We know like where she is now, where she was like during the recall. Like we know a lot about her. I would say out of all the characters, we probably know more about her than anybody else. She's up there as far as lore goes.
Yeah. Um, was there anything else? I don't think anything else has come out about her though.
No. One more thing that I did forget to bring up in the Warcraft news is Jinx is going to be releasing their Legion line soon. They didn't really specify when, I don't think, but it's supposed to be happening soon. And then if you're like me, you like getting the Blizzard clothing and especially the Warcraft clothing, so
Oh,
that's
I
supposed to be
saw
coming
those.
soon.
I saw those yesterday. They look really
Yeah,
good. They are
the
really
Legion
cool.
hoodies
Yeah,
are
they are
really
really
awesome.
cool. Um,
Which midsummer, good time to come out with a hoodie, guys.
well, I mean, fall's around the corner. You know, it's a couple months away. Technically, it's a month away.
But
September.
hopefully, I'm hoping that they come out with like the robes. I'm a big fan of the robes that they do. I have like three of them, and I hope they come out with a Demon Hunter themed one. That would be awesome.
Oh, that would be cool. That
Hmm.
would be cool. Is there anything else you got on Tracer?
No, that's pretty much it. Without actually going really, really deep in her lore. Other than that, no. Just we pointed out the main things about her.
Yeah,
We
she's.
we'd go more into depth, but we're running out of time.
Yeah, I mean, the main thing to keep in mind is that she is a flanker. The blink thing really does. It really does do a lot of help if if you're map aware, which is the big thing. You've got to be map aware for any of these. But um, she's
Mobility is key.
yeah, mobility is key, and which is why she's actually pretty weak against May because May slows her down.
But she can also blink out of it too. So like everything has a counter and a counter. Like you gotta know your way around the character and know when you're going into the situation what the possible things are gonna happen.
Yeah, but I play May a lot, and I freeze almost even the tracers that are really good. I freeze tracer really quickly, because of the fact that her health is so low. It doesn't.
Mhm.
She freezes faster than a lot of the other people. So, uh, yeah, just be aware if there's a May, you might want to stay away from her.
Mhm.
And I mean, Junkrat because of the trap, but you've got to know you got to know where to place the trap when you're playing Junkrat for her. But yeah, I'd say those are probably her biggest weaknesses, as far as because they can catch her.
Uh-huh. Other than that, I don't think anything else.
I've got
You got
nothing
any?
else.
Huh?
I've got nothing else. I mean, I kind of talked all over you tonight. Sorry.
That's fine. You got anything going on this weekend or this week?
Yeah. Tomorrow I am going to be on the Horde for Life podcast. It's not a
Uh,
live podcast, so it'll probably come out at some point next week, but we're gonna record it tomorrow. Sunday is a specially scheduled podcast for girl streamers. They're going to be interviewing me, and so if you want to learn more about my personal stuff and talk video games with a bunch of girls, come hang out with us over at the Girl Streamers. I have a funeral I have to go to Saturday
mhm.
because my grandma died yesterday. So yeah, it's been a crazy week this week for me, emotionally up and down. But she was suffering from Parkinson's, so it's one of those we've kind of been waiting. We've been anticipating.
Yeah.
So it's nice that she's not suffering anymore. So uh, I wanted to continue with work and do the podcast because it keeps my mind off of stuff. So But yeah, I'm excited to do the podcast. It's really cool to be asked to guest on somebody else's podcast. So I'll be giving a shout out for the Omnic Fallout. So yeah. What about you?
Alrighty. I just got a bunch of college stuff that I have to get ready for, so that's gonna be all of my week.
Sounds like a fun week.
In fact, after this, I've got a 2 hour, well, either tonight or tomorrow, I've got a 2 hour orientation that I have to do. So
when does that start up again? When does
29th?
29th? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right before Legion.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna have so much homework. So, but
I don't think that the first class isn't going to be that rough. The first class is supposed to be a little bit more like getting you used to what it's about and everything.
Oh, always.
So,
what are you studying again?
game design.
The audience knows game design.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be doing my best with game design. See what I can do.
That'll be cool. That'll be fun. I hope it goes well.
Same. I hope I'm really interested into it, and so hopefully it all goes well, and hopefully it fits my schedule perfectly. That would be amazing.
Nice. All right. Well, we will see you guys later.
Y'all have a good one.
Bye.